You know what a giraffe says?
No.
Can't believe you didn't know that.
Can't believe you didn't know that.
Howdy, folks. Welcome on back to You, Me, and the TV. And it's time for a season finale.
Oh, boy.
Season 1 of The Last of Us ends tonight.
Oh, no. I was enjoying it. I don't want it to end.
What's going on? You don't remember what happened last week?
I can't remember because I know how the game works. So I don't remember.
They visited a special steakhouse.
Yes, the cannibals episode.
David and his cannibals. Well,
Yeah.
I think Dave was the only one that was knowingly eating it, and then a couple of his big, right-hand men, but I don't think the rest of his community realized
Knew that they were eating humans.
that lady's husband that
Probably not.
was killed by...
It didn't seem like they did.
Yeah. And then Ellie butchered him up, and
Burned
Joel
him
and
alive.
her walked away alive.
Mm-hmm.
Off into the sunset.
Yeah, it was a lot shorter than the game version, but I'll take it.
So we got the finale tonight. How do you think they're going to wrap? Is it going to be a happy ending for this first season?
I hope
at
so.
At the end of the world?
I hope so.
It'll be interesting to see how they adapt the game.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking. It'll be interesting to see.
Well, should we jump in and find out?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
But first, like, comment, and subscribe. Come hang out with us for The Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
The season finale.
1. Yeah, check out our Patreon link down below for early access to our videos, full commentary, access to polls, helps people watch next. Links down there, check it out.
We also have Twitter and Instagram, so if you're into social media, you can follow us.
And if you're not into social media, you can not follow us.
That's right.
Let's watch The Last of Us.
Here we go. Oh, not the preferred time to be giving birth.
This is like Ellie's mom.
It kind of seems like it.
Yeah,
she sounds like Ellie, yeah?
Yeah, and they have similar face structure.
Yeah, facial features. Wonder if they did that CGI somehow, or...
It's a Firefly house.
It's me!
That's Ellie's voice.
Anyone?
That is Ellie.
It is Ellie?
That's the lady that plays Ellie.
So they aged her, gave her different hair, and said, "You'll play your mom. It'll be cool." And we won't focus on your face, so nobody'll know.
No, I'm saying from the game. It's the actress that played Ellie in the game.
No.
No?
Looks a little like Dakota Johnson. It's not, I don't think, but... Oh god, how horrifying.
She pushed really hard.
Oh no. Cut that cord. Cut that cord. Oh. Cutie. Oh my god.
You fucking tell him, Ellie.
Get that little old man grumpy face. Ellie's so damn cute. You know who she is? Growing Pains. Chrissy from Growing Pains. No, I haven't seen her in anything in forever. I also haven't seen Growing Pains in like 25 years.
Ashley Johnson is who plays Ellie in the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you didn't know that? That's why it sounded like Ellie, because it was Ellie.
So, is it not...
No, in the video game, Ashley Johnson plays the voice of Ellie.
I know, I'm trying to figure out...
She's from Growing Pains.
She's from Growing Pains?
Yeah.
She's Chrissy from Growing Pains.
She's been doing voice acting for like the last 20 years.
Okay, interesting. What?
I don't have my water bottle. Can you feel?
Can you pause?
I didn't know when was a good time to pause in the middle, so...
What's up?
Well, I don't have my milk in my bed.
No milk. You
Yeah,
need
you
your
can't-
water?
You want your water bottle?
This a little bit. This a little bit. I'll take a little bit of milk.
You need to go upstairs if you want a little bit of milk.
And then water.
Okay, great. Glad you waited till just right after we started. Super helpful.
It's The Last of Us. That was fun, having the original Ellie actress play her
Yeah, I
mom.
can't believe that she does the voiceover for Ellie. I mean, it sounded just like Ellie. I thought it was this Ellie. Because she's like, you know, a grown adult.
Yeah.
What did she do with Ellie so that she didn't consume her?
Took her to, is it Marlene? Her.
Well, I know. This is clearly them trying to go get her. Like, where did she hide her in this house to keep her safe?
Anna?
She hasn't changed yet? Wow, that's shocking. Oh, she's just waiting until the very last second. Oh my god.
She needs to be fed, and I didn't want to nurse her. I cut it before I was bit. Before. I want you to
Except for not.
make sure that she's safe.
I can't do that.
And I want you to give her this. So you pick her up right now. And then you kill me.
Real fast. Yeah.
There you go. Take this. Cover her ears.
Yeah, they're very sensitive.
It's a newborn cry. It always blows my mind how they get moms with newborns to let them be in TV shows and movies. They have very similar likeness.
They do.
Oh, I found this in there. Beefaroni, Chef Boyardee.
Oh, cool.
Have you ever played this? Boggle? It's a word game. If you want to beat me at something, it would be this.
You ever played Boggle?
Yeah, I am not a fan because it's loud.
It's
Just gotta like shake it, you know? It's a bunch of dice you just shake in a plastic container.
So Yahtzee's off the table too. I
Yeah,
guess.
I'm not a Yahtzee fan. College roommates used to play Yahtzee. Freaking hated it when they played Yahtzee. It's so annoying.
You want to learn how to play guitar? Ellie?
Oh, yeah. That'd be great.
Joel's trying to keep her out of her head. Oh, killing David really shook her up.
I think it was the...
Everything before
Yeah.
having to kill David, yeah.
This time I was thinking we'd blast our way through that rubble. I found some dynamite in that RV back there.
Really?
No.
No, so we're gonna cut through that building, find a skyscraper, go up and look around. I had you going, didn't I? 1, 2, up!
It's the first time we've seen a boost like in the game.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Jesus, Ellie.
Ellie!
Who are you chasing? She couldn't have seen that from down there. Oh, maybe she could have, I guess. Through a window. Cool.
That big old giraffe. You know what a giraffe says?
No.
Can't believe you didn't know that.
Can't believe you didn't know that.
They should have got me to play the sounds for the giraffes. Would have been way more authentic.
Yeah, giraffe expert here.
I know you mean well. I know you want to protect me. You have. And when we're done, we'll go wherever you want. I'll follow you anywhere you go. But there's no halfway with this. We finish what we started.
I mean, it has been a long journey.
Mm-hmm.
So what was wrong with you?
Just for this?
The guy who shot and missed. I figured that would have happened later.
No, it was me. I was the guy who shot and missed. Anyway, the reason I'm telling you all this
I
is...
know why you're telling me all this.
Yeah, I reckon you do.
So time heals all wounds, I guess.
It wasn't time that did it.
Basically saying it wasn't time, it was finding another purpose.
Yeah.
Her.
What did the green grape say to the purple grape? Breathe, you idiot.
Oh, behind you, behind you.
5 out of 10.
Flashbang.
Ellie!
Ouch.
I bet they found the hospital they're looking for, huh?
The Fireflies?
Yeah.
You are the one person I never wanted to be in debt to. But I owe you. We all owe you.
Just take me to her.
I can't. She's being prepped for surgery.
What surgery?
Our doctor, he thinks that the cordyceps in Ellie has grown with her since birth.
Why is she in surgery?
It produces a kind of chemical messenger.
That's why she was exposed to it.
Cordyceps grows inside the brain.
It does.
Find someone else.
There is no one else. We didn't tell her. We didn't cause her any fear. There won't be any pain.
No, you take me to her. You take me to her right now!
I was there when she was born, Joel. I promised her mother that I would save her child. I promised.
Pretty shitty friend.
Walk him out to the highway. Leave him there with his pack. Give him this. If he tries anything, shoot him.
I was a little worried since Ellie wasn't knocked out when they grabbed her that they weren't gonna say she didn't have a choice. Like she did, but they mentioned that they didn't tell her.
Right, no, yeah, she doesn't have a choice. They didn't tell her what's happening.
She just thinks she's in surgery.
Yeah.
So that opening scene was she did get infected because her mom didn't cut it until
After, yeah. But not enough to turn her, just enough to expose her. He's about to open up a can of whoop ass.
The fuck are you doing? Keep walking. I said keep walking.
I don't have time for this.
Oh boy. Which gun is he taking? The
first guy's gun.
It's got Mini 14. Joel's like, no witnesses.
He just needs that guy's gun, I think. Yeah, he's single-handedly gonna wipe out all the rest of the Fireflies. Just to save Ellie, because he loves her so much.
Unhook her.
How did you get in here?
I said unhook her.
I won't let you take her.
Unhook her. Move!
Oh my God.
Not sure what that doctor was going to do with the scalpel.
Not let him take her. I'm not gonna let you take her.
Can't keep her safe forever. No matter how hard you try, no matter how many people you kill, she's gonna grow up, Joel. Because she lives in a broken world that you could have saved.
Maybe. But it isn't for you to decide.
Or you. So what would she decide, huh? Because I think she'd want to do what's right. And you know it. Even after what you've done, we can still find a way.
Killed the only doctor that thinks he knew what he was doing.
What?
It's all right. You're with me. Take it slow. They were running some tests on you. Turns out there's a whole lot more like you. People that are immune. Dozens of them. The doctors, they couldn't make any of it work. They've stopped looking for a cure. I'm sorry.
Oh, geez, she's not even dead.
Who's gonna save you?
Just come after her.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I don't know if Ellie bought her story, though, because
I don't think so.
he said that they're not looking for a cure anymore. I don't think that search would ever end.
She would have liked you. Not to say the two of you are the same, but definitely different kids.
How so?
Well, she was a lot more, I want to say girly, and I'm not saying that you're not girly.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not. Because you're funny. I think you would have made her laugh.
Lost her fucking pun book. Damn it.
He's sure talking about Sarah a lot more.
Mm-hmm. He's finally
Opening up to her.
processed his grief.
Yeah.
I know it.
Look, sometimes things don't work out the way we hope. You can feel like you've come to an end. And you don't know what to do next. But if you just keep going, you find something new to fight for. And maybe that's not what you
Swear
want.
to me. Swear to me that everything you said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, they ended it exactly like the game.
Yep, yeah, they did. I thought for sure they were going to end it before he saves Ellie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have that be the opening.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, they did it a little bit different because in like the game, they fall into a river and Ellie almost drowns. Joel has to save her, and like when Joel pulls her out of the water, the Fireflies find them, and Ellie's like passed out because she almost drowned. And that's when she's out. This one, she was just stunned by the flash grenade and then told, let's get you ready for surgery and see what we can do.
Yeah.
So, but ultimately not told
that she would be killed in the process. Yeah.
So I'm glad they didn't change that. I thought they were for a second there.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't change that.
It's kind of based on the whole point. She didn't get a choice.
Right, there was no consent. Yeah.
Well, season 1 is in the books.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that there hasn't been a high body count in this show makes Joel going Rambo there at the end
that much more
impactful.
Yeah.
Because he's wiping them out, right? And in the game, you go through that many bad guys per level, right?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
so it doesn't really have that much punch to it. The fact that you're taking out all the Fireflies when you save Ellie, it's just kind of like, oh, just another day.
Yeah.
I think that's what made it so that it was more impactful, was the fact that they hadn't been, gung-ho the whole time. So Joel going a little bloodthirsty there at the end, it makes him look a little bit more antagonistic. So what's on your mind after that episode?
It's good. I mean, it stayed true to the storyline of The Last of Us while trimming it down in really sensible ways, I think, and really focused more on the relationships of the characters, the character development, than it did on the action, which made for, I think, a better television watching experience than just pure action would have been.
Yeah. I only wish there was more infected. I don't feel like we got very many infected for a world overrun with infected.
But again, they're focused more on the storyline, less on
the human aspect of it.
Right, like I think they probably figure the undead has been done, right? Walking Dead did zombies, which is essentially that. I mean, it's not, it's different, but it's essentially that. Yeah. And Walking Dead did lots and lots and lots of zombies. So people have seen that. This was just, I think, trying to set itself apart from that specific genre. I don't know. I liked it a lot.
Okay. What do you think Ellie would have decided if she had given a choice?
If given a choice, I think she would have, and Joel knew that too.
You think she would have gone?
She would have gone through with the surgery, and Joel knew that, which is why he chose to tell her that he was telling the truth, even though he was lying. Yeah, because it was a selfish moment for him. Mm-hmm. He selfishly said, "I will not see another one of my kids die because of this. Not again." He couldn't. I don't think he couldn't do it again. Feel that pain
all over again.
Right.
Yeah.
He and Ellie are a bonded pair, just like a father and a daughter would be. Yeah. And he took the selfish road and said, "Nope, it's not happening. She didn't get to choose, even though I know she probably would have chosen what she would have chosen. She didn't get to choose, and I'm not gonna let her think she has the choice." Yeah.
Well, so the little opening there with her mom, and then the whole, actually establish a little bit more backstory and the science of why she's immune.
Yep, exactly.
I'm still trying to wrap my head about the logic of it.
Honestly, so that's one of the things that this is done better than other things, is that it provided backstory that the game doesn't, and gives you a better taste of why and how these things happen.
So you think it's because she had the immune system of their mother and hers through the umbilical cord? Yeah. That it didn't make it fatal or control?
I think because it
just grew with her?
Yeah, I think because it was such a small amount. Because she cut the cord very quickly after she was infected. Because it was such a minimal exposure, her body also had her mom's immunities to try and fight it as it was entering her system. So it was entering the system, infecting her, and being fought by her mom's immunity and her own immune system all at the same time. So yeah, it developed some sort of immunity to it.
Yeah. And so when she gets bit later in life,
her body knows what
it's-
what to
it's
do.
either that or the cordyceps has already grown up with her. She's already infected, so the other cordyceps basically stops the new infection by saying there's no room for you here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, don't worry, I'm already
that's why
here.
she's only got the
You
little-
don't need to be here.
little strands by her bite marks, right?
It'd be like being turned into a cordyceps twice. Like,
it's not possible.
Right. She's already her brain already thinks it's cordyceps, so it doesn't.
Lodged in her brain, so
Right,
there's no room for a new strand, so it just stops it.
Yep.
Where
It says, no, you don't need to be here. I'm already here.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Interesting. Do you think a cure would work?
I mean, the way that they described it, it seems plausible. I don't know. I mean, lots of things seem
'Cause
plausible,
there's no
though.
really vaccine for fungus, right?
Right, yeah.
So,
I'm not even sure, like, perhaps it would work.
Antibiotics don't work on fungus either, do they?
No. Antifungals. But they are it's very hard for an antifungal to work effectively. Like, it's hard to find a good match for an antifungal and a fungus. Oftentimes people on antifungals have to be on antifungals for months and months and months in order for them to be even remotely effective. I do wonder if, like, the way that they were describing it, if maybe it almost have to be administered, this cure would almost have to be administered at birth.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking is
because a developing brain, only while the brain is developing, because your brain kind of stops developing after
13,
24, 25, I want to say.
Okay.
Well, I mean, different parts of your brain, but a brain is not fully developed until about 24.
Okay.
For men, I believe. Might be a little younger for women. But
so
it almost has to be administered early in life.
The only way immunity is passed is through your legacy, through your children. Right? If she were to get pregnant and have a kid, the kid would be immune.
Potentially.
Right?
If the cordyceps took into the body the same way that
through the
they took into
cord,
her.
like yeah. That's the only way.
Which is why I'm thinking, like, well, great, maybe you have a cure. You find a cure, maybe it helps future generations, but it's not going to help the generations that are there.
Her being the new Eve.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
And
just
if they would have killed her,
she would not.
That would not be a possibility.
That's true. That's a good way to think of it.
And
maybe that's what Joel's thinking.
I'm just thinking, it's like, and I think Marlene's the only one who knows. Well, Marlene was lied to, though, about. I cut it before I was bit, but do you think Marlene believed her after? I don't know. I think Marlene was starting to put the pieces together because they think that she's had it since birth.
Marlene, eventually, or I think Marlene probably was like, okay, before or after, I'll kill this baby if it turns into a cordyceps anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I'll give the baby a try. But
it's like, it's not really something that you can really rediscover. That, okay, if a lady is bit while she's pregnant and gives birth immediately afterwards.
Not an ideal thing to do on a trial sort of basis.
So, like, Ellie...
But neither is killing somebody for their brain.
Ellie being the new Eve is just a 1 in a gazillion chance of possibilities because of the way it happened.
Yeah,
right?
The circumstance,
And repeating that circumstance is impossible.
Well, again, they could do trials to try and match the circumstance, but who's signing up for those fucking trials?
Get
but again,
bit while you're pregnant.
but same thing. Ellie didn't. Well, it's not likely that somebody's going to sign up for their brain to be harvested either. So there's no way to replicate it without killing people.
In a way, I almost think like they could say the one chance they had at curing the world,
like this is Genesis,
they almost killed it, right?
Yeah.
And Joel saved it.
Yeah.
So
it's almost a repeat of Genesis. Could be interesting way to think about it.
I think that's the only way to develop a cure is through passing it through your offspring. Because that's how she got it. It was passed from her mother. So, interesting. What we got? What do you? I'm not sure if they've greenlit season 2.
I think they did.
Did they? Did
I
you
thought
hear news
they
about that? They probably did because it had really good ratings to start off. So they probably greenlit it after the premiere. So
I imagine it will be followed.
Okay,
Last of Us 2.
We're going to talk about Last of Us 2 right now. So if you don't want spoilers for that, hit that mute button.
That's right.
Then I'll go like this.
I won't have tons of spoilers to give. We only start at the beginning of it.
Spoilers. The Last of Us 2 takes place 5 years after this.
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
If they wanted to...
They could pick up in between.
Do stories in between.
It's true. They could build their own universe,
you can't really age the actress. I mean, granted, Bella is like 19 or 20. She's not 14.
Right.
So she is
old. She is the age that she
later,
would be,
right?
yeah.
But they could do stories that we haven't seen in the game of her and Joel between now and the Last of Us Part 2 game story.
It's true.
Right?
They could either
she and Joel
continue to develop that world,
blend in with Tommy's community
through that 5-year time period, or they could just
lots of
jump
adventures
straight
you could have at the end of the world in 5 years.
So many.
So, do you think they'd do that? Or do you think they're just going to jump right into Last of Us 2?
I think they'll just jump into Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
We got to play that game again.
We do got to jump back into it.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to just play and I watch.
Okay.
That wasn't very good.
Yeah. What should people comment on after the season finale of The Last of Us Part 2?
I just want to hear all of your thoughts, feelings, considerations for, why Joel saves Ellie and doesn't tell her and lies about it.
Yeah.
What you think the reason is behind the cordyceps in the brain. And,
would you have done what Joel did? Would you have been going to save Ellie?
Yeah.
But what about
your commentary?
What I was just talking about? What if Ellie's being alive is the only way you develop a computer?
Exactly. Tell us what you think.
Legacy of offspring. So
tell us what you think.
I almost think that can be interpreted that way with the way they said that she got it. So
thanks for hanging out for The Last of Us season finale.
Yeah.
Join us next week for something else. We're not sure yet. What?
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out. So check out our Patreon link down below for early access to our videos, full-length commentary, access to polls, how to pick what we watch next. Links down there. Check it out. Until next time, have a good one.